This is Before the Mic. I'm Pastor Howard Martin II, not trying to tell you what to think as long as you think. Mental Health Awareness Month may be over, but the need for healing is not. Good evening, family. Tonight I want to talk about something that has affected our homes, our churches, our families, and our communities for generations. Yet many times we still struggle to talk about it openly. Let me begin with a simple question. How many people have ever smiled in public while hurting in private? How many people have ever told someone I'm fine when you knew you weren't? How many people have ever sat in church, a church pew, carrying something nobody else could see? Tonight I want to remind somebody of something important. You are not alone. And you are seen. Mental Health Awareness Month is over, but mental health struggles don't disappear when the calendar changes. There are people going to work every day, coming to church every Sunday, taking care of children, helping everybody else, showing up for everybody else, while silently struggling emotionally. And in many Black communities, we learn how to survive before we learn how to heal. We learn be strong, push through it, don't cry, keep family business in the house. And while faith matters, silence has also cost us. According to Mental Health America, nearly 20% of Black adults experience a mental health condition each year. That's about 1 in 5 people. Yet Black adults remain significantly less likely to receive consistent mental health treatment than the general population. Many people continue to suffer quietly because they fear being labeled. Yes, we still go through that as a family, as a people. Weak, unstable, crazy, or lacking faith. As a pastor, I've sat with people who were faithfully but exhausted. I've sat with people who loved God but were overwhelmed. I've sat with veterans, parents, church leaders, and young people who are carrying burdens nobody knew about. And what I've learned is this: sometimes the strongest people in the room are hurting the most. And family, we cannot heal what we refuse to acknowledge. Sometimes people ask, why is there so much distrust around mental health systems in the Black community? History matters. We cannot discuss Black mental health honestly without acknowledging historical trauma and medical mistrust. Many of us know about the Tuskegee syphilis study. For decades, Black men were deceived, studied, and denied treatment. Those stories didn't disappear. They traveled through generations, and there was also a time when mental illness itself was deeply misunderstood. People struggling emotionally were often isolated, institutionalized, mistreated, over-medicated, and sometimes subjected to harmful treatments without dignity or compassion. When generations grow up hearing those stories, fear around treatment can become deeply rooted. Sometimes what looks like resistance is actually inherited fear. But hear me clearly. Understanding history is important. We honor history. We learn from history. But we cannot allow pain from the past to stop healing in the present. And family, the church has to be honest too. There were times when emotional struggles were oversimplified spiritually. Let me be clear. People were told, just pray harder. You just need more faith. Don't claim depression. Just trust God. Now, let me be clear also. I believe in prayer. I believe in faith. I believe God still heals, because he's still in the healing business today. But I also believe God works through wisdom, support, counseling, community, healthy conversations. We don't tell someone with diabetes to stop taking insulin and just pray. We don't tell someone with high blood pressure to throw away their medication and just pray. We pray and we seek treatment. We trust God and we use the resources God provides. Research shows that many African Americans seek emotional support through faith communities before they seek professional help. That means the church has a responsibility. The church must be informed, compassionate, safe, willing to listen. The church should be a place where people can bring their struggles without fear of shame. Let me say something directly to my brothers, to the black men. Many of us were raised to believe, and let's just be honest and tell the truth and shame the devil. Emotions are weakness. Vulnerability is dangerous. Silence is strength. But many men are carrying, now get this now, trauma, grief, pressure, disappointment, fear, emotional isolation without ever talking about it. And sometimes anger is not the real issue. Sometimes pain is. Many black men have become experts at surviving while remaining strangers to their own pain. And healing begins when we become honest about what we're carrying. And before we close tonight, I need to say something to my sisters, the black women, the mothers in our lives. Because if we're honest, black women have been some of the unsung heroes of our families, our churches, and our communities. Generation after generation, black women have carried extraordinary responsibilities. They have been mothers, grandmothers, caregivers, educators, breadwinners, community leaders, prayer warriors, and often the emotional glue holding families together. Through slavery, through segregation, through discrimination, through economic hardship, through family struggles, through personal sacrifice, black women have continued to rise and to hold it down. According to national research, nearly 70% of black mothers are primary breadwinners or co-breadwinners in their households. Think about it. Many black women are helping carry not only emotional responsibility, but financial responsibility as well. And despite tremendous challenges, black women continue to earn college degrees at some of the highest rates among demographic groups in America. That's resilience. That's determination. That's strength. That's what I call shero strength. But family, here's the part we don't talk about enough. Sometimes society celebrates black women's strength while ignoring their exhaustion. We applaud the faith that she keeps going, but we rarely ask what it cost her to keep going. We celebrate her resilience, but we don't always acknowledge her wounds. We admire her ability to carry everybody else's burdens, but we don't always ask who is helping carry hers. Sometimes people become so used to surviving that they forget they deserve healing too. And black women deserve more than survival. They deserve peace. They deserve rest. They deserve support. They deserve healing. They deserve spaces where they don't have to be strong every moment of every day. And to every black woman listening tonight, thank you. Thank you for the sacrifices. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the strength. Thank you for the example. But hear me clearly. You don't have to carry everything by yourself. You deserve healing too. But here's what I want everyone listening to hear tonight. Healing is possible. Psalms 147:3 says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. God cares about your mind, your emotions, your peace, your healing, and there is no shame in counseling, support groups, rest, accountability, therapy, prayer. You can love God and still need healing. You can trust God and still seek support. You can have faith and still ask for help. And here's the part we don't always talk about. Healing requires participation. Prayer matters, but so does honesty. Faith matters, but so does reaching out. Community matters, but so does asking for help. God can heal. But sometimes healing begins when we take the first step. This is Before the Mic, not trying to tell you what to think as long as you think. And I want to leave you with this. If you've been struggling silently, hear me clearly now. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not beyond God's reach. You are not alone. Healing is possible. Peace is possible. Restoration is possible. Wholeness is possible. And the same God who carried our ancestors through slavery, the same God who carried us through segregation, the same God who carried us through discrimination, the same God who carried us through grief, trauma, hardship, and heartbreak is still carrying people today. So don't suffer in silence. Reach out, talk to someone, pray, seek support, take the next step, because healing is possible, and you are loved, and you are not alone, and you are seen.